There was a situation, speaking of big guys, where you had a situation with Big Show,
Yes.
who was 7 feet, 500 pounds.
That is true. I submitted him in the green room while all the people were around and made him scream. Yes.
Okay. How did this go down? Explain this to me.
I was in there. I had my wife in there. It was kind of this thing where all the family was there at this thing. Vince was in there. And Big Show came up behind me and he grabbed me and says, "What are you going to do now?" I literally just did a dead drop, went right through his arms because he didn't squeeze me tight. He kind of grabbed me. "What are you going to do now?" And I just kind of dropped. And so I went through his legs. I rolled up onto the ground, grabbed his leg, put him in a heel hook. And he's like, okay. And I was like, okay, good. But I want to make sure this is clearly understood, is that Big Show did not grab me in a way to where he was trying to stop me. He was playing around with me, and I played back with him. So it wasn't something that was a reality where he grabbed me tight and said, "Okay, now do something." And it's like, he didn't really try to stop me. It was one of those things where he didn't know I was going to do it when he grabbed me, and I just did it, right? So I'm sure it would have been a whole different ballgame if he came up and he was like, "You ain't going to get down on me." And I would have been standing there hanging my legs going, "Okay, I'm going to headbutt you now."
Well, I mean, remember the early UFC rules, there were no weight classes.
Right.
So you could really have a Ken Shamrock and a Big Show in a legitimate UFC fight in the early days.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think would have happened?
Big Show, I'd have destroyed Big Show. And Big Show will tell you the same thing. I guarantee you he'll tell you the same thing. I ain't doing it. I ain't getting hit in the face. I ain't getting kicked in the legs. Is it different? And I try to say this. I'm not tooting my horn, man. This is a reality. It's like me saying that I'm going to go in there and I'm going to do something that I haven't done before, like be a pro wrestler, and I'm going to go in there and outdo Shawn Michaels. That ain't going to happen because I don't have that skill set. And I want them to appreciate the same for fighting. They are not going to come into my world and go, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to come in and I'm going to beat you." That ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen.
John Cena said that Roman Reigns is the greatest wrestler of all time. Who would you say?
I think it's unfair. I just... How do you measure that? I just think there's so many great wrestlers. I would put Rock up there, no question.
Yeah.
Absolutely no question. I would put John Cena up there. I mean, I would put Shawn Michaels up there. I mean, there's so many guys that you could put up there and make a great argument.
There were talks at one point about you actually fighting Mike Tyson.
Yes.
Was this a real talk?
Yes.
How close did it get to actually being scheduled?
Not even close, because Mike Tyson said, "I am not fighting you guys." Mike Tyson will tell you, "I am not getting in the ring with a wrestler. Not doing it." He knows that his boxing skills inside a wrestling ring don't belong there. Now, if it's on the street, it's a different game, right? Because he catch people off guard, or he'd be able to get the punch in first because it's bare knuckle, drop them. A different thing. But when you're talking about an organized fight in a ring, Mike is not going to get in there against somebody that can fight on the ground. He's not doing it.
Okay, but what if it was a boxing match?
Oh,
if you were to get in a boxing ring with Mike Tyson,
he would destroy me, man.
Really?
What are you talking about? Yeah. That's like a pro wrestler is saying that they, just because they're tough on the street, would beat me in a fight. It's like this. It's insane. It's not happening.
Okay. So you wouldn't put your hand skills to the level of
Absolutely.
a Tyson.
Mike is one of the most dangerous boxers ever to step in a boxing ring.
True.
It's like, I am not, no, he would kill me.